Welcome, students! Today, we delve into the fascinating journey of European integration, which emerged as a response to the ruins of World War II and the desire for a positive conception of international relations. Let's explore the key milestones, achievements, and challenges faced by the European Union on its path to becoming a significant global player. After World War II, Europe's leaders confronted a crucial question: should the continent revert to its old rivalries or rebuild based on new principles and institutions? Thankfully, they chose the latter. The European integration process received a substantial boost from the Cold War era when the United States extended massive financial aid through the Marshall Plan, revitalizing Europe's economies. Additionally, the establishment of NATO provided a collective security structure. In 1948, the Organization for European Economic Cooperation was founded as a forum for Western European states to collaborate on trade and economic matters. Political cooperation took another step forward with the establishment of the Council of Europe in 1949. The gradual economic integration of European capitalist countries culminated in the formation of the European Economic Community in 1957. Which later acquired a political dimension with the creation of the European Parliament. The collapse of the Soviet bloc in the 1990s accelerated Europe's integration efforts, leading to the establishment of the European Union in 1992. This marked a significant milestone, laying the foundation for a common foreign and security policy, cooperation on justice and home affairs, and the adoption of a single currency, the euro. The EU has evolved from an economic union to an increasingly political entity, boasting its own symbols and policies, although attempts to establish an EU constitution have been unsuccessful. The EU has sought to expand areas of cooperation and has welcomed new members, particularly from the former Soviet bloc. However, this process has faced challenges due to differing national interests and Euroscepticism. Some people are hesitant to grant the EU powers that were traditionally exercised by their national governments, and there are reservations about including certain countries within the EU. Despite these challenges, the EU has become a major global player with significant economic, political, diplomatic, and military influence. It is the world's second-largest economy, wielding considerable power in trade disputes with the United States and China. The euro, its currency, poses a potential threat to the dominance of the US dollar. The EU's economic might extends its influence over neighboring regions, Asia, and Africa. Moreover, the EU plays a vital role in international economic organizations such as the World Trade Organization. Politically and diplomatically, the EU's influence is evident, with France holding a permanent seat on the UN Security Council and several other EU member states serving as non-permanent members. The EU has effectively used diplomacy, economic investments, and negotiations to shape policies, as seen in its dialogue with China on human rights and environmental issues. Militarily, the EU possesses the second-largest combined armed forces globally, and its defense spending ranks second only to the United States. France, an EU member state, possesses a substantial nuclear arsenal. Additionally, the EU is a significant player in space and communications technology. However, it is important to note that while the EU is a supranational organization with the ability to intervene in various areas, its member states often maintain their own foreign relations and defense policies, leading to divergent positions. For instance, during the Iraq invasion, British Prime Minister Tony Blair partnered with the United States, while newer EU members formed the US-led coalition of the willing, contrasting with the opposition of Germany and France. Moreover, deep-seated Euroscepticism persists in some parts of Europe, challenging the EU's integrationist agenda. Examples include Britain's former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's decision to keep the UK out of the European market and resistance from Denmark and Sweden to the Maastricht Treaty and adoption of the euro. In conclusion, the journey of European integration has transformed the continent from a fractured landscape to a significant global power. The EU's economic, political, diplomatic, and military influence has placed it in a unique position on the world stage. However, challenges remain, including the balancing act between member states' national interests and the pursuit of collective European goals. As we explore this topic further, let us appreciate the complexities and nuances of the EU's evolution and its impact on the international stage. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the evolution and challenges of European integration. The story of the European Union is a remarkable one, from the ruins of post-war Europe to the establishment of a powerful economic and political entity. We've witnessed how Europe overcame historical enmities, embraced cooperation, and built a foundation for peace and prosperity. However, the journey hasn't been without its hurdles. Euroscepticism, differing national interests, and the complexities of balancing sovereignty and supranationalism have posed challenges to the EU's integrationist agenda. As Europe continues to navigate these obstacles, the future of European integration remains a topic of great interest and debate. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might be interested in the topic. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. I appreciate your support and engagement. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.